Alright guys, Tony here, and I'm going to explain how to use tiered linking with Social Synd Alpha. And what we're going to do is we're using this diagram here. You can see I've got 5 different rings, okay, and it's very easy to do. What we need to do is make sure we're on the pointer over here, and we're just going to simply click here and drag over this first ring, okay. When I drag over this first ring, I can right click and I can choose that to be group 1, okay. And now I'm going to do the next one. I'm going to drag over and I'm going to right click and I'm going to make this one group 2. Now what I've done so far is basically I have told the software that this is going to be one account. You can see the accounts that I've been building in here, okay, so that's going to be one account, and whatever account I choose when I go into the Synd mapper over here, and this one is going to be a separate account, okay. So each group that you assign represents one of these accounts here, okay. Now what we can do is let's come back over and I'll just finish this off. I'm going to put in here for this one to be group 3, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drag over and I'm going to make this one group 4, okay, and this one I'm going to make group 5. Right, now once I have done that, what I need to do is I need to click here to create Synd map, okay, and this is the way I would normally do it. Now I've done videos previously how we can create these rings. You can just look above this video in the tutorial section how you can do that. But what we could do with this is kind of good, because say for example this is our first tier ring that we want to create, right. What I can do is I can put in here something like an RSS feed from my blog, from YouTube channel, for example. I can put YouTube RSS, WordPress RSS, and RSS feeds from anywhere I want, and that will be syndicating out to these properties here according to the account that I want to work with, okay. Now when we come over to the accounts, what you will notice is that we've got for some of the sites, and we will keep adding more RSS feeds as we find the RSS URL structure for each of these sites. But what you can see is that we have got RSS feeds for places like Tumblr, WordPress, Weebly, Pinterest, Photobucket, etc. Okay, so if I wanted to do this in a tiered linking structure, what I could do is have this as my main content source, like from my blog, for example. And when I start to do this one over here, I can take an RSS feed from one of those accounts, the exact account RSS feed. You can see the RSS feed structure here has also got the username of that particular account, okay, and I can put that in here and start this one off with from the RSS feed to post out to all these other ones. So this would be tier 1, and then for example that Weebly account could be, RSS feed could be in here linking out to the other ones, and we're creating tiered linking when we're doing that, okay. So each group that we create, when we right click and we choose a group number, that is what account we're going to use, okay. And for tiered linking, what I'm doing is I'm using RSS feeds from that first string so that we can do the tiered linking from there, so that we're getting all of these sending backlinks over to this Weebly, and I could have all of these sending backlinks over to this blogger, and all of these sending to Pinterest, all of these sending to WordPress.com, for example, and that's the way that we can do tiered linking. What you do need to do though is if you're going to do it like that, then obviously I'm not going to be able to post from Weebly RSS into Weebly, so you want to, or we don't want to anyway, even if we could. What you want to do with this is just delete the one that you've added the RSS from the outer ring here, okay. So that outer ring, I would remove Weebly from here if I was putting Weebly RSS in here and from this basic first string, okay. So now we've done that, what we want to do is we want to create a Synd map. So I'm going to call this one RSS 5, and I'll just put tutorial down here so I don't mix up with the ones I'm actually using. RSS 5 tutorial, and I'll click on that, okay. Now I'm going to now what I want to do is I want to set this up inside IFTTT, and all I need to do is come over here to the Synd mapper, okay, and let's just come down here. We click on the Synd maps, and you can see down here the RSS 5 tutorial one that I've just created is here, and you can see here it's asking for 5 accounts, okay. Remember, each ring that is assigned a different group, each group that you assign it to equals one IFTTT account or IFTTT profile that you've created with automation. So what we can do is we're going to choose 5 accounts. So we can come in here, we can take the top one and we can click on that, and then we can come and get the second one and we can click on that, then we can come and get the third one, okay, and we can click on that, and we can come and get the fourth one and click on that and get the fifth one and click on that and click on add. Okay, so we've got 5 different profiles that we're going to be using to be able to create that tiered linking. Okay, so one more time, let me just cover over here before we go further. I've got more to cover in this video. Okay, each one of these you need to assign to a specific group. Okay, just drag over, right click, choose the group number. So this is going to be group 1. That means one group equals one profile. Okay, you would come into the next one, you would right click and you would choose a different profile, so another group, in other words. Okay, a separate group means a separate profile from the accounts creator. Each one of these is equal to one group. Okay, one set of profiles is equal to one group. So let's come back over and we'll go back into the Synd mapper again. So hopefully you understood everything from this point. And before we can start creating the recipes, we need to go in here and choose the RSS feed URLs. So I might want to start off with something like this. Take the feed from my main blog. Okay, so that's going to be the one that goes to group 1. Okay, now what I can do is I can come back over to the accounts and I can go to that first one and say I want to take the Tumblr one from here. All I need to do, hold on a second, is get this RSS feed from here. Let me see if I can copy the link. You can right click and you can copy the RSS link. Okay, so let's come back over here, and what we're going to do now is we're going to paste that link in here and we're going to click on add. Right, so what's happening now once this kicks off is that my blog is going to be the RSS feed here, and ring number 2, this one, is going to kick off from Tumblr in that instance. Okay, so if I go back to the Synd mapper, you can see that this, oh sorry, WordPress, this is WordPress.com. Okay, so this is going to kick off from WordPress.com for the tiered linking. So if I come back over here, this one is going to be WordPress.com. So I want to get rid of that, and I'll just get rid of it, just delete it and delete the arrow as well. Okay, the next one, we can come over and we go into the accounts again. Let's just go in from here so that we can keep backlinking back into that same ring so that we can create the tiered linking. Okay, so we've done the WordPress.com. Let's go and get the Tumblr one, copy RSS link, come over here, paste this in here, click on add. Okay, and we can come back over to the accounts and we'll go into which one we're going to take this time. We're going to take Weebly this time. Right click, copy the RSS. We're going to put this one here, click on add, and we'll come back one more time into the accounts and we'll take the one from Pinterest. Okay, copy RSS link, click on the home button, paste on top of that old one, click over here. So you can see I've got the first ring with my RSS feed from my blog, and within that ring, those accounts within that ring are coming from this first profile that we're using to syndicate RSS from my blog. Don't forget that once this is set up one time, it will run basically forever as long as your accounts are still active. Okay, now you might have noticed that we added as well something called links monitor over here. This will tell you as well if any of your accounts are dead, and you can simply go back into that IFTTT account and you can replace the links in there. Okay, that's not hard to do, very, very easy. This links monitor will make sure that every single post from all of the accounts that you create using the software will automatically get found. Okay, we will find the URL and we can send them to indexers, we can send them to pingers automatic, and what we can do as well is we can send them to this RSS Advanced. Now I'll do a separate video for the links monitor so you know how to use it, But now that we have done that, what we want to do is, you can see this other tab here called anchor tag. This will not show unless you have got anchor tag within your ingredients within the Synd Maps editor. Okay, now I've showed you how we can work with this. All I need to do is click on one of these, say for example Weebly. Okay, and if I click on that arrow here, you will see that I can open up and edit the applet, and I can put in here anything I want, whether it's an RSS feed or whatever I want to put in here for the titles, etc. We just choose the ingredients for up here. One of the ingredients is anchor tag. Okay, if that anchor tag appears in any of these ingredients for any of these rings, then when we're over into the Synd Mapper, then you need to fill in that. The software will not let you go forward until you do that. So maybe what you want to do is you want to put a link in here for your YouTube channel, for example. So I could put in something, just for example, like YouTube. And let's just fix the formatting of that. And I can put in here, actually, the anchor text I can make YouTube. And what I could do in here is I can put in here http www.youtube.com/user/kissim.org, which is my old website. And you can see here it's crafted up, it's created, sorry, that HTML. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm sending to a web property like YouTube that can absorb links. Okay, we're keeping the anchor text very generic. Okay, we'll just keep it as YouTube. We can sort of mask ourselves behind that, but we could be getting those links from all those Web 2 sites linking to our channel. You could do this in a campaign where you are, where you want one campaign to be linking to a specific video, if you want, or a specific press release, anything at all. You could do that. I would advise you just keep this one generic, like YouTube channels, like blogger sort of home pages, things like that. So if you make sort of authority Web 2.0 accounts, then you can do that and just put the links to that home page and use the name of the site, so you can keep the anchor text very, very generic. Okay, that way you won't do yourself any harm, but you still get the benefit of the backlinks. Okay, so now we've done that, all we need to do is start to create the recipes. Now, it's going to say, when you get this pop-up, we'll say the software may ask for activation on some accounts. Now, some of these accounts that we got in here, like Facebook and Facebook fan pages and Blogger, we cannot create these accounts manually. Okay, so the ones that we cannot create manually, what's going to happen is we'll get a pop-up browser asking us to fill any details, and it will just stop there and it will hover there until you fill any details, or until you click the X button and you can just move forward without them. What we will do over the next few days, we will make an option in here that we can skip any accounts that we do not have activated within ifttt.com, so we can just simply run through this very, very quickly, and also an option that we can go back and do the ones that we wanted to do. So that's kind of a semi-automation for the ones that we wanted to do. So maybe you want to take just the accounts that you've created automatically with Social Synd Alpha Account Creator, and then we can come back and do another run where we have to do some semi-automation of filling in some details for, like, Facebook accounts, choosing a fan page, Blogger accounts, choosing the Blogger blog, etc., etc. Okay, so if I just click on this one, now I don't have any proxies, and I don't even know if I get any captures when I'm recording this, so I'm going to just start it and then I'm going to close it off as well. Okay,